Welcome back to Blog Access 101. I'm your host, Young Abachi. This is episode 147. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify by searching Blog Access 101. And we're doing a $50 buy-in for March Madness. So if you're trying to get in, be sure to DM us on Twitter or Instagram. And also don't forget to subscribe to YouTube, Blog Access 101. Then if you're on there, don't forget to hit the bell so you can get notified when we release new videos. Here today, my co-host LR and Rod. What up, y'all?
What up,
That's
dude?
good. And if you enter the March Madness, just know you're donating money to me. We also have a fantasy baseball league that I'm going to win again, but I would like everyone to join. The better competition will make me happy, but I also will love beating you.
I feel like you
Sincerely,
struggled in
LR.
March Madness. You struggled in March Madness last year.
Yeah,
The
didn't Zach,
more
y'all
the more
homie
you
Zach win it?
know, yeah, the more you know, the likeliness you'll struggle. But I've made like a creative Excel spreadsheet that will make sure that I will not know too much information. I have limited information to make my knowledgeable decisions.
I came in third last year. I'm definitely winning this year, though.
That's not accurate because I just told you I was going to
That's not I like it for you. But let's jump to the first topic. Sixers Bucks. Sixers actually played well in the fourth quarter. I don't know how many times I would say that this year, but at least I get to say it once. People always been in it mainly on the east side, just focusing on the Bucks and the Celtics. But now they got to throw the Sixers in there. I mean, I've been throwing the Sixers in there, but I was biased because I'm a Sixers fan. But our biggest knock is we struggle in the fourth quarter. And yesterday we saw what we can do when Harden actually shows up in games that matter the most. And yes, I said it because he chokes in big games and he chokes in the playoffs. So hopefully this is a sign that we'll see that he'll be able to be ready to step up in the playoffs this year. Tyrese Maxey, welcome back, buddy. You remember how to play basketball again. Chris Middleton, 27 minutes, 6 points, 3 rebounds.
He's been washed since he came back.
Fuck, bro.
He's still hurt, but yes, not good.
and then they still don't play him back to backs. I mean, this is a fantasy rant because I got him on my team. It's been a rough year for me for fantasy. I forgot I drafted Cade in the other league where I'm the 3 seed, about to drop to the 4th seed for a week. So I go reclaim my 3 seed spot.
Good luck.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, man, it was a long draft, man, and just bad thing. I think I could have took Shea Alexander in 3rd or 4th round and took Cade, and didn't work out for me. I mean, Cade
you deserve to lose.
I mean,
that's a loser decision.
He was on a Detroit Pistons. He was averaging 36 points a game before he got injured, and just injuries happen. It is what it is. But we're gonna fight to the end and get there and CLR in the semifinals more than likely. And haters.
I don't think Gabe agrees with that.
I don't know.
I don't think anyone believes in any of this that's happening.
But LR, you said the same thing last year when when I was a 6 seed, I had to play that 3 seed, the random bull, and beat him. AB was talking crazy in the play. It ended up being the 2nd round. So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I remember that. I won the championship that year.
Don't worry about it. It won't happen again.
All right, cool. Since we're talking fantasy real quick, I'll just say 18-1. LR's about to go. He's also number 1 in another fantasy league, and he's also number 2 in the 3rd one, but that's not here nor there, and I'm not even really keeping track. But that Sixers game yesterday was crazy because I feel like Doc is still a bad coach.
Yes.
And I feel like he got lucky because PJ Tucker got hurt. And he finally was like, you know what? I think against good teams, which he should do against every team, but he said, against good teams, I think I should start Maxey. Because why would you keep Maxey on the bench when you saw how great of a year and great of a season Maxey had last year? And then after he got injured, you starting Melton over Maxey. Everyone knows Melton's not better than Maxey and not as explosive as Maxey. So it just slows the Sixers down. And then he's wondering, why do the Sixers get so many slow starts? Because you got Melton instead of Maxey, and Maxey's the one that picks up the pace. Harden and Embiid are like slower players. They're not gonna like break. They're like, let's get into this half court set. But I think he made that smart decision, but I think he got bailed out by PJ Tucker getting hurt because then he was able to insert McDaniels, who should be playing over PJ Tucker and should be playing every game, but for some reason he doesn't. And once he came in, you could see the energy shifted and the momentum went straight to the Sixers. Of course, Embiid and Harden and Maxey, they had to hit some big shots. Niang hit some big shots to start the fourth quarter, but to put 48 on pretty much what I consider the top defense in the NBA, I thought it was highly impressive. And if the Sixers can stick to this in the playoffs, then I can believe in them. But I just have no faith that they're gonna play McDaniels enough to make them even competitive in the playoffs. I think they're gonna lose in the second round again.
Yeah, because I'm like, why would you trade for a player and they don't even really play him? And then Thibault's out there
Yeah.
balling out of control. So
Mm-hmm. Because Thibault
He
getting
cooking.
real minutes.
He cooking in Portland. Yeah, because
They
I always
started
thought
him immediately.
I always thought this is gonna sound crazy, but I always thought Thibault could take the same trajectory Kawhi took, like defensive player, crazy defensive player. But if he just worked on his offensive game, could be crazy in the league. So hopefully he does it in Portland.
that's
Wish
his
him the
problem,
best.
though. He don't be working on his offensive game.
He don't get the minutes. Kawhi was still a starter before he can actually play offense over there with Pop. And then
But
then
exactly.
he figured it out in the finals of all places. Got MVP and then came back next year and been a star ever since. So yeah, Thibault gets a chance. But for the Sixers, don't get your hopes up from yesterday. The Bucks, the Celtics, those are two teams that there's no way that the Sixers beat them 4 times. So it was good for the
I
Sixers to
can't
see
wait till
that
we play one of
yesterday.
these teams so we can bet it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I cannot
Oh
wait to get the
yeah.
check.
Well, yeah, I'll
I,
do that bet.
Oh, wow.
yeah, I can't wait to get the check. I was telling my cousin yesterday, I was like, because he was like, yeah, the Sixers are going to do what they always, because I always say this too, they're going second round exit. But if you look at the standings now, they might mess around and run into Miami. It ain't even like a guarantee they get out of the first round this year. Like, Miami's having a down year, but when it comes playoff time, Jimmy Butler, take the soul from this. The Sixers team don't got no toughness to me. Like, Doc Rivers is a bad coach. Embiid can get frustrated. Harden, like as talented as he is, you get a good enough defender, you can like slow him down. So yeah, this Sixers team is gonna let y'all down again. Yesterday's game was good. McDaniels definitely needs more minutes. PJ Tucker, you can actually not play PJ Tucker. That's how good McDaniels played. They got a lot of the overlapping like role as far as like what they do. Definitely should start Maxey. Melton, I like Melton, but he is somebody that can cook second unit players. Like he's better than a bench player, but definitely not a starter. Um, and Embiid, like he takes. Where's Shaq at when you need him? Somebody need to talk to Embiid about playing bigger than what he is, because my man be settling for all the little mid-range jump shots. Like he can't back people down.
That's his
The
game.
Sixers,
But
I'm
I
like,
actually
you know, my
think the
pops
pick and
hate him.
pop. I think the pick and pop is actually quite unstoppable.
I think
I
he
think
needs to
it's
be backing
smarter.
folks down. Yeah,
It's
run the pick
easier
and
to
pop
double team him
sometimes.
there, but it's easier to double
And
team if he's doing that and he's not good passing out of
and
double
guess
teams.
and guess what? You got Harden, Maxey, Niang. Like you got shooters on the team. If you get double teamed, pass it out, hit a three. Like
That's not Embiid's
use
strength.
I mean,
you.
Yang was a little bit shaky these last few games until yesterday. So
And B had 10 assists yesterday, so let's not sleep on him as a passer. He can pass the ball.
I'll be keep sleeping.
Yeah, I'm asleep, bro.
I'm just saying, if especially for MB and his development and all the, I'm pretty sure he has some like envy towards Jokic too for all the love he gets. Let that man start passing the ball some more. Like that's the only way you're gonna get better at it. So use your size, all them little nutty mid-range jumpers. Like it's good when they go in, but
They go in the majority of
oftentimes
the time.
Yeah,
not
bro,
when
they
you
should
need them the
always go
most.
in.
He missed a couple of clutch joints yesterday before like they finally got it together. So
Now remember, he made
uh,
that clutch three. That's the lead. That's what put him in the lead.
yeah, and he like has
To
yeah,
go
that,
around
that
the jersey.
that was a long possession too, like a lot of passing on that possession for him to finally get that shot off. But I remember when they lost to Miami the other day, like he was missing all the little mid range zones. Like he needed to play. He needs to play bigger.
I feel you.
I don't like that for you, Ro. I feel like you just don't like my guy. It's crazy.
Nah, I like Embiid. I like Embiid a lot. I mean, Mackey's on my fantasy team, so you know that's what I'm rooting for.
Yeah,
I got a lot of love.
I need him to
Got a
keep
lot
him
of
on
love.
the bench.
Yeah, got a lot of love for James Harden. There's probably no other Sixers player that I like, but them three, they solid.
I
Oh, I
couldn't
love
agree with you.
McDaniels.
I couldn't agree with you anymore.
Y'all are wild.
I'm glad we stopped with the other people that was in our starting lineup. Those other two that would not be named.
Oh yeah, you don't give Tobias enough credit, but I
Who?
won't go as far Tobias, but I won't go as far as to say who's that.
Tobias would have been
Man,
fine yesterday if he didn't get hurt. It was
Who?
really just,
I keep talking about this person I
oh
never even
my
heard of.
God.
Who's that?
I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing else.
Tobias Harris.
I mean, you definitely shouldn't have kept him over Jimmy Butler. But other than that,
Yeah,
he's
I agree with that.
he's probably the best fourth option in the league, and that's a weird thing to say.
Bro, he's
But
getting paid, but he's getting paid like a first option. Get this guy out of here.
we
Bro, that's
don't
y'all
care how
bad.
much he
That's y'all
makes.
bad decision making. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that
the
is.
fourth option.
As fans, we just care about what you do on the court, and
I knew it.
he's the best. That's the best fourth option in the league. I'm trying to think who Denver has as the fourth option behind
Of course,
Porter
Aaron Gordon, right?
Jr.
Because I'm thinking it's Aaron Gordon. It has to be.
Oh yeah, Aaron Gordon is the best fourth option in the league. I'm sorry, Aaron Gordon.
of course.
Wait, you think Aaron Gordon is better than Tobias?
Yeah, for sure.
I think he's having a better season, but I think overall he's not a better player.
I don't know. I don't like to. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that guy. I just can't wait.
And all my fans, please pray for LR. I'm going through a grueling ankle injury. I'm out approximately 3 to 5 business days, but can't walk right now. So please keep me in your prayers. I appreciate it.
35 business days, but he need a
Man
walking
went in for a
boot.
hard layup and got sprained his ankle.
And now I see why they called them flagrant fouls.
It's retirement time, buddy. What you on, like year 20? It's retirement time.
Nah, I'm like LeBron. I'm retiring when I can play with my son.
Boy.
Oh man, that's a lot of years.
Yeah, it's cool. I'll rock out, stay in shape. Saw Creed 3 yesterday. He
Good
came
jump.
back. I can come back too.
That was a good jump.
I need to
Yeah, it
watch that.
was.
That's
I
on
ain't
the
gonna go
list.
too many details since Ryan said he didn't see it yet, which is
Right. It was well acted. I'll just say that.
yeah.
Like,
It's pretty
I think
good.
that was the best Creed.
You could produce
I
it
heard
and be in it and still do well on both sides. It's pretty impressive.
somebody
Very-
complained about the last scene. I heard like it was good, but it was cheesy. But y'all don't got to give me any details. That's just what I heard.
You said what happened in the last scene? I just want to make sure.
Somebody said the last joint was cheesy.
It was
To
cheesy,
quote them.
but it was cool.
They find their
You
business.
just gotta think. Yeah,
All
I
right.
think
see
for
it.
fathers with daughters, they'll love it. I shed a thug
Okay.
tear for my future daughter.
All right.
Although LR only has sons, but if something happens and chromosomes mix, I might have a future daughter.
You gotta wear black socks. This is how you guarantee you have a son.
Darn, I only wear gray.
Who man is this? Well, yeah, man. Let's jump to the next topic with John Morant. Bringing the gun. Well, I was saying supposedly brought it on a plane too, which is crazy. He's throwing over gangs, shooting signs in the game. I think Friday night. John Morant, you're from South Carolina, my G, and you went to a private school. Please settle down, man. I know you're in Memphis. You gotta show a certain way so people don't mess with you out there. But just high security, buddy, because this look at you trying to be gangster. We all know it's not true.
That's funny that like Shannon Sharp and people keep saying he's not a gangster. He could possibly actually really be a gangster. Like none of us thought Aaron Hernandez was a gangster. You see what he was
We saw the signs. Some people just ignored it. Yeah, we saw the signs.
There is in no way John Morant is a gangster. And Aaron Hernandez wasn't a gangster. He was just psychotic. There's a difference.
Well, I mean,
He wasn't in the
something.
streets and all that. Yeah, he just, he knew how to, commit, dangerous crimes. That's not a gangster. Aaron Hernandez was just crazy. And John Morant is really trying to ruin his life, and he's only 23 years old. I don't understand. I hope he smartens up. I hope people sit him down and talk to him. Hopefully this suspension, and I hope it isn't 50 games. I hope it is just like I expect it to be at least 10. They say 2 is just the start, but I expect it to hit like 10. And I think after this, he should learn to smarten up. Like, bro, why is your shirt off in the club anyway? Like, it's not even hot in Memphis right now. So it's a lot of things that John Morant does that's just weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Yeah, weird is the way to put it because one, in 2023, we don't. There's certain things you don't do. You don't flash bread on the gram. You don't flash guns on the gram. Like this is just lame. Everybody knows that that's lame. I don't know why you're doing that. I don't know why you're in a strip club and you're the one with your shirt off. I don't understand that. If you want to show off your jewelry, bro, you're a small man anyway. Get you a nice black tee. The jewelry will still show. I don't understand that, but Ja, it's just confusing overall. Like Ja, like you rich, bro. There's nothing people say it's like he trying to prove a thing. I don't know if it's that, but if it is, you don't have anything to prove. Everybody only knows you for hooping, and you came out of a small, like unknown school, so you've proven enough already with how you hoop by going from Murray State to now being like a franchise player out in Memphis. I've been a big fan ever since like he was at Murray State. That year of the NCAA tournament is probably still one of the most exciting like recent years of the NCAA tournament that I've seen. Like he's done all of the things that he needs to do. Like it's nothing for you to prove. I'm definitely hearing that that strip club incident was in Denver, and if it was in Denver, that means he took the gun on the team plane, and if he took the gun on the team plane, he probably gonna get like a 50-game suspension. That would be wild. I mean, I got Tyus Jones on my fantasy team, so that I would get a small benefit, but I would hate to see that happen. But either way, he's young. He gonna learn a lesson. Like I don't. He was moving like he felt like he was invincible. Like I know you hear the things like Shannon Sharp is saying. I know the whole Memphis Grizzlies probably doesn't like Shannon Sharp right now to even think about listening to him, but Unc definitely was giving him good knowledge for sure. And he's not. And Unc wasn't the only one talking. I saw Des Bryant send out a tweet. Safari of all people, if Safari's telling you wildin', no offense to Safari, but he's a corny guy in my mind. Like if Safari gotta tell you wildin', you probably wildin'. So hopefully Jai get the help and support that he needs. I know he sent out a statement about like his mental health. I kind of hate that that's like trendy these days to like fall back on like the mental health thing to try to get people to lay off of you. But if it works, it works.
It's actually true. With celebrities, that mental health toll is different than the mental health toll it takes on non-celebrities. Like he has to deal with that fame and that pressure every day. So, and then he does live in Memphis, so there may be perceptions that people are after him. So I get the mental health aspect. So I definitely don't fault him for that. I'm just gonna continue to pray for that man, and hopefully he can heal.
Big prayers up. A lot of the activity was silly. He deactivated the socials. That's a strong start. I give him that. We'll see. We'll see what happens because the last thing we need is another Gilbert Arenas situation.
Oh, that was legendary. Bring that back. That was legendary between him and Tavares Crittenton. People getting shit in their shoes. That was. We need more of that in the NBA. We need the crazy debacles. People going wild. Like I'm tired of these buddy stories. Everybody friends and all that. Banana boat cruise.
Oh man, keep the guns out of it.
Each other. Huh?
We can have malice at the palace, but keep the guns out of it. Because Javaris Crittenton ended up. I think he got a life sentence. He ended up in jail. Like he was living that life. So we don't want that for Ja. We don't want him to like live that life and actually prove it to us and then lose everything.
Yeah, that's crazy. Shout out to Gilbert, baby. Agent Zero. Jump to the NBA playoff race. I know, Rod, this is one of your topics. I'm guessing you think the Lakers are going to end up in the playoffs. I don't understand why, but
we will. We will.
Already. Is it cracking? But yeah, so like the West, obviously with the Ja situation now, 2 games potentially you got to talk about with the 50 games if you were on a plane and everything. People are saying I saw a tweet saying are the Memphis 2 seed in jeopardy, and I love to think it is. I'll admit it first. I was one of the guys, people that thought the Kings were going to fall off. Like last year, they started off strong, then they fell off. This year, they started off strong and held on, which is monumental for Kings Nation over there. I think they haven't been in the playoffs in 16, 17 seasons, which that's crazy. I
have not.
They're gonna break.
I have not been an adult. I have not been an adult and seen the Kings in the playoffs. So yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
We talking about they had the battles 2000, 2001, 2002. They was playing the Lakers.
He said, how old do you think I am? I was a kid. I was in high school.
How old are you?
Oh. Hey, Rod, you said you old, brother.
Wait,
I'm not even the oldest one.
I was 7 back then, bro.
20. Dang, that was 21 years ago. That does not feel like
03.
Right. I wasn't an adult either. Oh, that's crazy. I did not. Wow. I didn't piece that together.
It's been a minute.
Wow, those were some great years for NBA. I can't believe.
Those Sunday games was legendary, man. I couldn't wait to get out of church to go home and watch them games.
Yeah, NBA on Sunday. Yeah, 3:00. Yeah, I was ready.
The Lakers. I usually looked at the Lakers, Blazers drawn. Even when Scottie Pippen and them was over there, Bonzi Wells, Rashid,
Oh, they got robbed
Zach
in
Randolph.
I think it was
Oh,
02. They got robbed in 02.
who was it?
Oh,
Ruben
they
Peterson, Damon Stoddard. Those were some good
That
games.
team was loaded.
yeah, but my
And they
Lakers were
blew a
more
We had
21
loaded.
Exo
point.
too, right?
I don't think they have Van Exel.
I think they had been. I'm trying
No,
to.
we had Nick Van Exel.
No,
We had
I know that, but I
No,
think he
that
was
was
over there at
98.
some
Y'all
point.
had Nick Van Exel.
Yeah, I think he was.
I don't
I
think
think he was over there in Portland in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
I
in the
got-
Blazers. Yeah, he went to the Blazers at a point.
Yeah,
But was it 02?
that was like I think it was at 2000. Oh, he was 01. I think it was 01.
Oh,
Okay.
one, that's the year we beat the Sixers in the chip.
Shut up.
And that's the year that the Kings were supposed to
we
make
didn't have to bring that up.
So,
But let's now. One of my teams I thought was going. Like, y'all can let me know what y'all team I thought was going to slide off or think will think slide off. I thought Brooklyn was going to slide off after that KD and Kyrie trade, but Mikal Bridges has been going off over there and hope putting that team on his back.
baby KD out here.
Whoa, buddy, settle down.
He always had the talent.
Relax.
I knew who he was. I knew who he was coming out of Villanova, but of course, the Sixers traded him because that's what they do.
They
Y'all
traded him for the guy that they actually did say was going to play like Kawhi, but now he's not in the NBA.
Bro,
and his name ended in Smith. What was his
real
first
reason
name?
why the real reason they traded away Bridges. I mean, obviously they thought Zaire Smith was going to do something, but the main reason was it was trying to free up cap space so they can try to go after LeBron. And,
they're rookies, right?
yeah, because I think when you trade that pick away, you save about $3 million or something like that. I mean, it didn't make sense, but it's Sixers. So I mean, when do we ever do something that makes sense? But so that was one of the main reasons we were trying to go after LeBron a year before he went to LA, which I still don't understand why he went there other than the movie
He won the title first year.
Okay, but what is it? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he was looking at longevity to win a couple more, like I think that was it for his one in LA. If he want to go, if he want another one, he got to go somewhere else. I'm just gonna be honest. Like the LA team is total debacle. AD cannot stay healthy to save his life. Still need more shooters. They don't have the cap space, so he's going to have to do something to get out of there. Come on over to Philly, player.
That's why Bron's on my fantasy team. We're gonna get him this year, one way or another.
No, let's not get started on that. Somebody in our league releases LeBron in week 19, and he's trying to fight for a playoff spot. I don't understand why he thought releasing him was going to help him. Is better.
Because he knew his season would be over in less than 3 weeks. So I get that part. But you said AD.
No one releases
less than 3 weeks. The season's gonna be over next week. What are you talking about?
I might personally make sure he makes the playoffs. Well, you might personally make sure he doesn't make the playoffs, but we'll see. We'll see.
I like that. Sounds like a challenge. So I'm up for it.
My cash app was always open. Anyone that wanted to get a win over me, I definitely would have gladly obliged.
Hey, the play systems, man. No, but the West is crazy. The playoffs in the West is crazy. Like my Lakers are 11th seed right now, but they're only 4 games out of the 5th seed. So, what's even crazier is Golden State having a terrible year. Steph Curry been out, all crazy. They're the 5th seed. Like the West is like wide open. Brian will be back before the season, and AD is good enough to keep us afloat. We're 1 game out of the play-in, so like. We're in good spots. Like the West is
rid of that. I'm so tired of this playing shit.
I like it. I think the 1 year,
I love it.
Actually, do like it because y'all in it every year.
I know it was 1 year. It was 1 year the 9th and 10th seeds won, I think, or at least the 9th seed won and took the 8th slot.
That was cute. That's not happening this year.
No, who would it be right now?
Bro, it's the Utah Jazz and New Orleans. Good season for them. Thanks for coming out.
Oh yeah, they not.
No, like who's gonna make it? Oh yeah, Minnesota and LA. The Clippers. I have no faith in the Lakers making the playoffs.
I'm glad you put what LA team you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The Clippers is AFC. The Clippers is AFC at 33 and 33, which is just crazy.
Well, technically, they lost 5 in a row. They lost all the Russ games, but
it's crazy.
I'm not saying nothing else.
He came over there and just damn. I was like, damn, man. I was trying to root for Russ, but I'm like, damn, it might be Russ, bro.
Did y'all see the loss the other day to the Kings?
Yeah. I was happy for it.
Yeah.
I had the Kings money line.
Where
I
you
said,
couldn't
thank
catch
you.
where you couldn't catch that
Yeah.
pass.
I said thank you,
Y'all
Mr.
I'm
We
like,
needed
come on, Russ.
good hand.
y'all gotta leave my man alone. He's one of my top 3 favorite active players. But Russ is great.
Who are the other two? I didn't
No, he's not great.
Russ is on that list.
Yeah, who are your other two? So we can never draft them either.
Oh, Dame and Paul George.
I
Oh,
like
that's
one of them
wild.
on the list.
Yeah,
So you got two
I don't like that list
two
at all.
whammies and one good one. Okay. Dame was the
We
good
got
one.
3 people that aren't
Pretty
winners, but it's
clarification.
cool. Be blessed, bro. It's Sunday.
When Paul George, Indiana Paul George was pushing Bron back in the day, oh, that was a good time in life.
Pushing Brian. No, we never sweat. 6 games. 6 games.
Now, I
7
was
games.
wondering with the
But
7,
not
and I
but an
thought,
easy, yeah. It was easy
uh,
7 games though. Never worry. We never
it was
sweat
a good
against
time
Indiana
though.
Pacers. We
That's
we
because Roy
wanted to play
Hibbert.
the Indiana Pacers.
That's because like who was Roy Hibbert back then? He just wasn't it.
I
But
mean,
Oh, Roy Hibbert
y'all
was
had
that
Roy
bull back then.
Hibbert.
You talking about Paul
Yeah,
George? Roy Hibbert was out there getting active. He was out there
yeah.
averaging
Y'all
about
had
3 or
David
4
West,
blocks in the
George
playoffs.
Hill. When I
And
tell
he
you
had
I
a
used
little
to
nice
hate
little midi.
George Hill used to go crazy against us.
that's not a sentence you hear often. George Hill used to go
Exactly.
crazy.
But then in the end, Wade would always carry us to victory. And then this guy Braun, he was on the team too. So he was chilling.
Yeah.
But all right, so
Bosh Spice.
who y'all got? Who y'all got? Yeah. So do y'all see the Kings taking a 2 seed in the West with the jaw issues?
Mm-mm.
No, because
You don't see
Tyus
it? They only
Jones is
like a half game out or a game and a half.
Tyus a game and a half back. But Tyus Jones and Ja, that's an interesting 2 point guards to have because Ja is like talent and athleticism. Tyus Jones is like shooting and like intelligence. I think the Grizzlies are a smarter team when Tyus Jones is like running the show. So they should be
Really?
cool.
I actually have it a little bit differently. I got the Suns making it to the 2nd seed. And I have the Kings 3rd, and I have the Grizzlies falling to 4th, actually.
No, you sipping the KD Kool-Aid. Where they at? They are
4.
4 games behind Memphis with
I don't know where y'all are.
18
18 to
games to
play?
go.
18, 19?
Yeah,
That's plenty of time.
yeah. I don't know. I don't think
But
Memphis
it's
loses
about to
that
be
much.
Memphis loses today. Are we in agreement that the Clippers end their losing streak today?
No.
No.
Russell Westbrook's
So
gonna
we're not in agreement that
Russell Westbrook. Hey,
without
I like
John
the
Morant.
data. Westbrook is 0-14 and starts. I see 0-15 today if he starts.
So without John Morant, without Steve Adams, without Dylan Brooks, and with just learning that Brandon Clark is out for the season, we don't believe that the Clippers at home are going to beat the Memphis Grizzlies today.
Is the main question for this is Kawhi playing?
Yes.
Okay, well, 1-14 for Russ today.
Oh my God, Dylan Brooks. They get better without Dylan Brooks. They don't lose much when you drop off from Ja to Tyus as far as how they play. Jaren Jackson is like an underrated 2-way player. He's top 5 2-way players.
Okay.
They got enough firepower to like beat a struggling Clippers team.
They're going to lose today. The Suns are going to be 3 games behind them.
Oh boy, but
that's a foregone conclusion.
All right, then that means the Kings would be a half a game behind him.
Well, the Kings just lost last night at home to Minnesota, so I'm not really as excited as I was on the Kings as I used to be.
Don't worry
I know
about it. They
played.
play the Pelicans on Monday. They'll get bounced right back.
Where is Zion? That's the real issue.
I hope he continues to sit, and I hope Valanciunas starts playing basketball again.
I just don't understand what's going on. Oh, remember when you got hyped and you traded for Jonas? How's that going?
What happened was, I didn't know he was gonna start getting injured as soon as I played.
No, just ask how.
You know what makes me feel better though? That Keldon Johnson is injured as well, so that makes me feel better.
I'm very happy with the CJ McCollum Drew Holiday swap. By the way, very happy.
Likewise, I'm glad we can do a good trade, man. Because Twan said I was doing a bad trade, but I thought that was a good one. We both benefited from that deal.
I don't think you benefited.
But McCollum,
okay, bro, Drew Holiday been going crazy with Giannis injured.
Been going bananas.
Giannis is not. So, I mean, y'all acting like McCollum was put up back-to-back 40-point nights in fantasy.
Yeah, bro, that's recently, bro. Like, look at the long term, bro. Like,
what do you mean? He averaged 37 long term.
Yeah, but Drew Holiday's been the better player. Can you at least admit that?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, you got it then.
He can't admit that, but we know.
It's cool. Who am I? I'm just the guy that's number 1 in 2 leagues and number 2 in another league. But one man's opinion
I don't trust Drew Holiday's injury history. That's why.
Hey, it's
Drew up
cool.
to
You like
averaging
it?
Drew is up to averaging almost 40 fantasy points a game. So
That's cute.
I don't know what CJ at, but I don't think it's
He had
that. I'm about to look
37.
him
That's
up.
2 points more. I
But
didn't know.
it was more than a 2 point swing because CJ was scoring more when we did the trade.
Damn right he was. He gonna get active. The only thing that hurt him was when Ingram came back a little, but he was still getting active.
That's why I
Oh
knew. I was like,
wow.
yeah, Bi gonna
When the
come. Oh
better
look,
player
Middleton's
came
up.
back, that hurt him. Who would have seen that coming?
Oh my gosh. I got both, so it's regardless. It don't hurt me regardless.
It's cool. Don't mind me. I'm just about to go 18-1. But my
Oh
fantasy
God.
opinion
Who
doesn't
gave you that
matter.
one though?
I'm just number one in 2 leagues and number two in the
Oh, hey,
third.
right. He said, "Hey, quiet,
But
bro. Who gave
it's
you that one
cool.
though?"
My
Oh, all right.
fantasy league, my fantasy opinion doesn't matter. That's fine.
Hey
I
man,
can't wait. I can't wait to see the Gabe LR playoff matchup. I cannot wait.
Everyone can't wait. I hope you put money on it because talk is
what's up
cheap.
with y'all? Yeah, yeah. Okay, say less. I got it. Yeah, yeah.
I
Right.
don't
I'm
do all
right.
this
We
talking.
did.
You know,
What
I
Gino
talk
said
with
they
money.
wrote me off. I ain't right back though. It's cool though. Right, I'm gonna
Look,
shit down.
I bet y'all reply back if y'all put that money on the line.
Double text. Oh, you didn't. You didn't want to reply. Well, I'll send you another
Exactly. Yeah,
message.
I'm ready. I cannot wait.
Yeah, crazy. But yeah, let's go jump to the last topic with the MLB season predictions. I start off with mine. Philadelphia Phillies world MLB world champions this year. We got unfinished business. I feel like we still needed to solidify the pitching. What was the guy named Walker from
Taiwan.
yeah from the Mets.
From the Mets.
What Shaq said about Christian Wood, I'm not familiar with his game, but
Not familiar.
but I looked at his paperwork. I'm like, all right, it's all right, but it's not. I would have much rather just try to throw the bag at Verlander if we were serious about trying to win. Obviously, people were like, oh, we needed hitting. We did. Our hitting was struggling late in that World Series, but the pitching was the big issue for us against the Astros. Their pitching bullpen was crazy. Verlander left them now, but Javier is
That's
obviously
it.
step up and do something for them.
Our hitting wasn't struggling. They was pitching. They was pitching their asses off. The Houston was,
They had the best bullpen in the league in my opinion last season. I
and
don't know if
still do.
you see that this year because they lost Verlander. Even though Javier is going to take a benefit from Verlander leaving.
Mm-hmm.
They always got a good bullpen with the minor league. With finding talent before anybody else found it with pitchers. So that's probably why they was like, oh, we don't need Verlander. He's getting older and we're not about to pay him all that money. We can just go find another future Verlander and still not really miss a step. But that's who I got coming out of the NL. Let me see what I got coming out of the AL. You
Getting
know,
hot over there.
I probably got to stick with probably either the Astros coming out of there again. I don't really see nobody. I didn't see too many moves that made this offseason that's going to leapfrog them over the Astros this year. They still got the most majority of their hitters. And pitching is always. I mean, they lost Verlander, but I still like they still have enough to go back to the World Series. So we give them L. But I'll let LR start off. Who you got coming out the NL and then the AL?
This hurts me, but honestly, when I look at lineups top to bottom and I looked at starting pitching, I like the Mets.
Ooh.
I think when it comes down to it, it's the Mets, it's the Padres, it's the Phillies, and then it's the Dodgers and Braves. But something tells me that this is the year that the Mets make it out. And the crazy thing in the AL, for some reason, I feel like this is all lining up for the Yankees. So I actually
Mm-hmm.
see an all New York Subway Series World Series. And I hate to see that kind of stuff because I hate both teams, but I see that's how this season will play out. Of course, injuries will come into play, but
Yeah.
last year, the Yankees really had terrible pitching. I feel like they shored up their pitching a little bit, well, just enough to match their hitting. And I feel like the Mets, when they got Verlander and they had Max Scherzer, I think the problem with DeGrom is that he always gets injured and he has too much of an unknown. With
Tell me.
Verlander, you can trust him to come out every 5 games, especially in the playoffs. He's gonna pitch well. So I feel like that team is just gonna be a tough matchup for us. And I like the Mets Yankees this year.
I was thinking the Yankees, but I was like, man, I just don't trust Juan Carlos Stanton to stay healthy. So that's the reason why I didn't choose them.
I feel you.
But I definitely could see the Mets. They definitely bolstered their ballpark, getting Verlander and keeping Shazier. And it was smart to let DeGrom walk, like you said, injuries. I know all about it because he was on the fantasy team last year. Good pick up round 16, but got an injury start. He was playing shaky all season. So I knew who not to draft this season in fantasy baseball. Stay away from Jacob DeGrom. But yeah, who do you got, Rock?
So I might not even have to talk because LR said everything I was going to say.
Really?
If it don't go Subway Series,
I know for certain.
I know you.
Y'all picked the same people. This is crazy.
That is wild. Me and Rod usually don't agree in baseball.
Because you picked, you said Houston Phillies, and I just don't see the same exact World Series happening 2 years in a row. So one of them not going to make it.
Yeah, better get comfortable. It's happening, baby.
I don't think we got we added Trey Turner and Taijuan Walker. I don't think that moves the needle enough. I think that
you know what did though? Trey Turner. That's the movie.
No, I said
Wait, why did I think this whole time I thought Rod was a Yankees fan?
Yeah, that's great.
Wait, you are a Yankees fan?
No, I'm a Phillies fan.
Okay.
I never knew that. I would have told you about the games. I thought you were a Yankees fan this whole time.
No, I'm a Phillies fan. I grew up a huge Derek Jeter fan when I was a kid, but I'm a Phillies fan.
Maybe that's what got me. You know, I'm going to Chicago April 7th through 10th to go to a Cubs game. I already bought my Cubs tickets.
I didn't know it was Cubs Phillies though. Sheesh.
It isn't. I just had to pick a random team. The Phillies. Every time the Phillies go to Chicago, it costs too much.
Makes sense. But no, if it's not, if it don't go Subway Series, so I got Mets, and then if it's not Mets, I see the Padres. They got Soto, Drury.
Wait, no, that's 2 NL.
Yeah, if the Mets don't go, the Padres, I would put the Padres.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, because Drury, a sleeper of a player, but then you got Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis. Why am I blank Manny Machado? Like them that four people in your lineup hitting. That's just crazy. So, I knew that we would beat them last year just because all them trades happened mid-season and there was no chemistry. But now, they together. They're gonna have a whole spring training together. All the Padres got to do is string together some pitching, and they'll probably outscore everyone otherwise. So, if it's not Subway Series, I got Padres going. Houston probably could make it back. If Houston makes it back, I would take the Padres to beat them.
I like that.
Interesting. Yep, I got second in daily fantasy yesterday. Nice.
They pay you for that, or you gotta take first?
I think it was just a free league, but it was a free John. But I got second out of 48. Other bull being by like.
Wait, usually you get paid if you finish second.
No, it was a free John, NBA free 50 team NBA.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, you dedicated. I ain't playing no daily fantasy for free. Like I got the.
Daily fantasy is probably the easiest joint. You just set your roster up for one day. I like it.
Yeah, but I don't do it if it's for free. I don't do nothing for free when it comes to fantasy.
I did the page on. I did the page on because I get to do that the page on for free. The one I sent you on Friday, McDaniels didn't do his job, which was crazy.
You sent one on Friday?
Against Milwaukee.
Huh?
You sent one on Friday?
Yeah, it's in the chat. And the regular one with me, you, AB, and
I gotta start looking at that, John.
But what was I about to say? But yeah, man, did you guys want to add anything else?
Go Suns.
I feel like there is something I wanted to add. Shout out to my man John Jones, the GOAT.
God.
Oh yeah, he tough.
Yeah. I knew he was gonna come back and win. I knew he would win easily, but first round submission, I ain't see it happening that fast. That fight was over so fast. Shout out to the GOAT. I need the UFC to work out whatever they got going on with Francis and Ngannou because we need that fight. We need that Bones Jones.
Who would you like in that one?
Oh, it's always John Jones, though. It's always, but that would be a crazy fight either way.
But you're going John Jones no matter what.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in the world can beat John Jones at mixed martial arts.
Okay. All right. I guarantee Adonis Creed would.
What is going on?
Niggas getting active in that John.
Bro, you saying too much.
All right, my fault. I'm gonna chill, man. But man, appreciate y'all coming out, man. Next week around this time, y'all know I'll be back at the 3C. AB going to handle ride. We already had that conversation, so
consider him cooked. I'm winning by at least 200.
I'll be sure to make sure he hears this.
All right.
I can't wait to bet on y'all matchup next week. I don't know who I'm going to bet on first, but I'm going to let y'all know next week.
Oh, boy. Appreciate y'all coming up, man.
The smart money goes on the Prince. That's me.
It's so good to be the best in fantasy that you can sit back and watch these mediocre matchups play out.
Disrespectful.